So we'll continue to explain our methods of data collection. We are explaining that first method called the observation method. By definition, I said it is a method of data collection that involves the use of our naked eyes to see different geographical features. Method of data collection that involves the use of our naked eyes to see different geographical information. So that is the first thing to note, to define what observation method is. It is that method in which one uses his own or her own natural eyes. I believe everybody has got his own eyes. So when you're taken out for field work, specifically you use your eyes to see different geographical features. You are not told, but rather you see by your own eyes. So sometimes the question is set, describe how you use the observation method. So if in any case where the question is saying describe how you use the observation method, describe how you use the observation method to collect information in the area of study. So the first thing is you identify the method. Identify the method. The method is observation. Then after identifying the method, define that method. Define the method. After defining the method, tell the examiner how it was used. Then lastly, what you got. Outcomes. What you got using that method. So maybe I can write it for you. I give you one sample way. I sample you one way of how we can present that information, how we can present it in an examination. So if you are in any way you have been asked today to explain how observation method was used, the first thing is, I've told you identify the method by saying observation method. You say this is a method of data collection that involves the use of our naked eyes to see different geographical features. After defining, you will write a statement and say, while I was in, maybe in Butiaba, for the case of our lesson today, in Butiaba, I used my eyes to see. What did you see? Fish species, like, what are those fish species there? Tilapia, Nile perch, mudfish, etc. I also used my eyes to see methods of fishing, the fishing gears, the fishing methods, like long line method, like basket method, throw nets, the hook method, etc. So in summary, this is how we present in an examination. When they are marking, when the examiners are marking, first of all, this is what they are going to mark. The first thing is, have you defined it? Yes. Have you identified the method? Yes. The method is observation. Then, have you defined the method? Yes. I have defined the method of data collection that involves the use of our naked eyes to see different geographical features. Yes. How did you use it? While I was in Butiaba fish landing site, I used my naked eyes to see different fish species. Like, what are those fish species? I saw tilapia, saw Nile perch, I saw mudfish, etc. I also used my naked eyes to see different methods of fishing, like long line, the basket method, the draw nets, hooks, etc. etc. This one, you are trying to answer that question which says, how did you use the observation method? Clear? Now, after this one, observation of course has advantages and disadvantages. Not only observation, as we are going to see, almost every method of data collection has both advantages and disadvantages. So, what could be the disadvantage? First and foremost, what could be the advantages of using the observation method? Very many, but we are going to list a few. Advantages of observation method. The first advantage is first-hand information. It gives first-hand information. With observation, you are not told. You see by yourself. You judge. You see that this is maybe tilapia, this is Nile perch, this is mudfish, starfish. So under observation method, you get first-hand information. And even the information you get is accurate. It gives accurate information. It is not like other methods where you ask and you are told. Somebody may end up even giving you wrong information. But with this one, with observation, you clearly see with your own naked eyes. By the way, with this information still, you get a variety of coverage. You cover very many things because your eyes are not limited to one thing. You can see the fish species, you see the fishing gears, you see the water body. So with the observation method, you are able to cover up very many things. With observation, it is the best for those who do not hear, the best for those who are the best method for the deaf and the dumb. For those people who cannot hear, they cannot hear, they are deaf, they don't talk, can still use observation because they don't need to be told. They just see by themselves. So it becomes the best method of data collection, especially to those people who are deaf and dumb. However, observation also has some disadvantages. It has some disadvantages. Some of the disadvantages is it requires your physical appearance. You cannot send somebody there, you go and see for me. So with observation, you have to be there physically. And since you have to be there physically, it is also associated with high costs. High costs because you have to incur money to travel to the area where you're going to conduct field work. So you need you put in a lot of cost. It is tiresome. It is tiresome. Why? Because it involves a lot of movements. It involves a lot of movement. You have to move here, to move there, to see. If you are to see, if you are to use observation, you have to be at the site by yourself. So since it is so, then it is quite tiresome. The other time we talked about it cannot be, it is not the best method for the deaf and the dumb. But at the same time, to the blind, it cannot be used. It cannot be used by the blind. So using observation, you cannot be blind and use it. How will you see? So that means you have to be seeing. So in summary, that is the first method, observation. As I've already told you, method of data collection that involves the use of our naked eyes to see different geographical features. And in a question, you don't just define. The question will require you to define, be detailed, explain how it is used, then outcomes. That is the first method.